And I'm Becky.
We are registered dietitians that are passionate about food as medicine.
So food as medicine goes well beyond what we choose to put in our body, but it also applies to the cooking technique and preparation that we use and even the cooking materials. In today's video, we're going to be talking about grilling and ways to reduce toxicity when you are choosing to grill your protein.
Yes. And just to note another preparation and equipment video that we have available, check out this video on nonstick cast irons and why we are not fans of other forms of nonstick pans. But in the concept of grilling, the number one compound that we're concerned about is heterocyclic amines, or HCAs. These are mutagenic compounds or toxins that actually have been shown to change your DNA. This makes the cells in the body more susceptible to tumor formation and greatly increases our cancer risk. We see formation of HCAs when muscle fibers or meats are put under high heat, especially when combined with sugary marinades or sugar in a rub, and that combination of impact with creatine, a compound in meats. Now, we see that HCAs also are formed based on the amount of time and high heat temperature that's exposed, and higher when we get that charring that we all tend to crave with a grilled food. So our first tip in making your grilling less toxic is to frequently flip your meats and not to overcook them. In fact, we've seen in this research study, individuals that ate the same amount of grilled meats but preferred their meats medium rare instead of those that preferred their meats well done had a 3-time less risk of adenocarcinoma. So this means that those that overcook their meats or eat their meats well done are actually at a 3-time increased risk for stomach cancer.
I know how I'm going to be ordering my steak.
Not only is it more tasty, right?
Exactly. So the second thing we want to look at is ensuring that we're starting with quality protein. We want to be looking to grass-fed and pasture-raised or wild-caught if we are doing fish on the grill. We know that conventionally raised proteins are going to have higher levels of those inflammatory omega-6s compared to their omega-3 ratio based on just their diet alone. And then we know that conventionally raised proteins are also going to be subject to antibiotics as well as growth hormones. So at the very least, ensure that your meat is going to be antibiotic and hormone-free, and if possible, go for that pasture-raised and grass-fed as the gold standard.
Now, when we're looking at our third tip, although those sugary marinades can increase the HCA presence, we know that using a quality marinade with a high heat fat paired with antioxidants and phytocompounds can actually significantly reduce the formation of those heterocyclic amines or HCAs. So we're looking at a marinade that provides a high heat oil like avocado oil, maybe pairing that with some lemon juice as an acid. That's going to, of course, also provide antioxidants with your vitamin C in the lemon and the bioflavonoids. We could add garlic to this marinade as well to get those sulfur-containing amino acids and antioxidants in the alicillin, and then fresh herb seasonings and spices. So parsley and basil or thyme would go really well with that combination of flavors. This study showed that using phytocompounds and whole foods in a marinade can actually reduce the HCA formation up to 88%. And the formula that was used in this study include turmeric, garlic, as well as red wine. So having a glass of red wine on the side couldn't hurt either.
Yes, I can't think of anything that goes better with summer grilling, right, than a glass of wine while you're waiting for your food to cook. And then next step, we want to look at what we're actually cooking with. So we want to avoid the use of aluminum foil. As tempting as it is to maybe throw some veggies in a foil packet or use that foil to wrap or tent something to retain the heat, we know that aluminum is a toxic metal. And it's also very soft, which means that when you add heat to that aluminum, you're going to get a lot of leaching. Aluminum toxicity has been associated with neurological conditions such as Alzheimer's, with chronic fatigue, as well as ulcers.
Now, the fifth tip is where we get those dads involved, making sure that we have a clean grill. Cleaning your grill before and after grilling is going to reduce another toxin, polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons, or PAHs. Now, PAHs are not formed in the actual heat to meat influence. They're formed from the drippings from the fat of the meat and the smoke that comes from those charred bits that are left up on the grill. So the cleaner the grill, the less PAHs, another mutagenic toxin and cancer risk factor of grilling. Another consideration beyond having a super clean grill is using a cedar plank. So unlike the toxic aluminum foil, a cedar plank can be used to go under your protein and inhibit the dripping of the fat, reducing the PAH formation.
And last but not least, we want to look at what we're serving alongside those delicious grilled proteins. So beyond the antioxidants and phytocompounds that we're including in the marinating process, we also can look at what we're serving alongside as a way to reduce impact of those toxins that we've talked about. So this genotoxic in vitro study actually showed that compounds found in things like blueberries, broccoli, spinach, watermelon, and green tea actually help to inhibit those HCAs that we're worried about. And I can't think of a better pairing alongside some grilled protein than maybe a watermelon, cucumber, and feta salad served over some baby spinach.
Yes, and if you're looking for a supplemental support, this study here specifically identified sulforaphane, or the active compound and antioxidant found in broccoli and broccoli sprout. So layering in our Brocco Detox on days that you are grilling would be another way to get an enhancement of antioxidants, reduce those free radicals, and offset the potential toxicity of your grilling.
Be sure to like this video, subscribe to the Naturally Nourished YouTube channel, and comment below on which of these 6 tips you're going to use in your summer grilling.
And always remember, food as medicine is a double-edged sword. So we're always looking to reduce the insult or the inflammatory toxin, and we can do so with lifestyle, ingredient, and in cooking technique. And then also that abundance of the phytocompounds, antioxidants, and food as medicine to consume to offset the presence of toxins. To reduce that big, extensive charring. Extensive, is that a flipping? Okay, so one would be, I'll just do the timing thing.
You can say extensive charring. I wouldn't say
that
big,
was okay?
Big extensive.
But I said big, extensive charring. I don't know. Okay, I'll just...